GST పై కేంద్ర ఆర్థిక మంత్రి అరుణ్ జైట్లీ మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. లైవ్ లో చూద్దాం.
And Shri H.D. Devgowda, and there will be a brief function of about 1 hour where the Prime Minister and the President will speak on the subject, and there are 2 short films on the subject of GST which have been prepared, which will be screened. This is all I had to say with regard to it. Thank you.
May I ask one question? Considering that now the structure of the GST is before us, the final structure, so what impact do you visualize of the GST on India's economy, particularly on inflation, GDP growth, and the revenue of the central and the state government?
You see,
and over what period, please?
You see, I anticipate over the medium and the long term being a more efficient system which is prone to checking evasion, the revenues will grow. The spending capacity of the governments at the center and the states will increase, and consequently it should have a positive impact on the GDP. The size of the formal economy should also increase. We should be prepared that when the switchover takes place, in the short terms there will be some challenges. As I had explained, we have in the months of July and August, therefore, extended the date for the first 2 months for filing the monthly returns. Now, industry and trade have to prepare themselves. It's not a very complicated process. The process of registrations is going on well, and because it is prone to checking evasion, in the long run the number of assessees will also increase. So far, out of the, as I've explained, out of the VAT plus service tax plus excise, all taxes together of approximately 80 lakh assessees, 65 as of last week had already registered themselves. Now there are some duplicate cases which will get eliminated. Duplicate cases because you may be registered in the old system both under VAT and excise. So now you will only have one registration because there is only one tax.
दीदी जी, ये क्या स्पेशल सेशन बोलेंगे इसको? और
ये पार्लियामेंट का ऐसा है, ये पार्लियामेंट का सेशन नहीं है, ये एक उसका समारोह है बस। और इसको आयोजित और उसके जो इनवाइट सारे जा रहे हैं वो पार्लियामेंट्री अफेयर्स की तरफ से जा रहे हैं, क्योंकि संसद में हम लोग कर रहे हैं, इसीलिए आनंद कुमार जी की तरफ से जा रहे हैं।
सर, जीएसटी को लेकर जो आपने बात बताया था, जिस आदर्श परिकल्पना के साथ जीएसटी की शुरुआत की गई थी, अब 1 जुलाई को जो लागू कर रहे हैं, आदर्श जीएसटी के कितने करीब इसको देखते हैं?
देखिए, मुझे लगता है कि ये रिफॉर्म स्टेप है जो बेहतरी के लिए है। अब कोई भी रिफॉर्म होता है, आरंभिक दौर में उसका एक प्रभाव होता है। All reforms initially are seen as disruptive, and in the long run are seen as result yielding reforms.
सर, रजिस्ट्रेशन को लेकर भी परेशानी आ रही हो पा रही हो काफी, उसको लेकर के कुछ आप?
बिल्कुल काफी नहीं आ रही। ऑलरेडी 65 लाख लोग आ चुके हैं। 65 लाख जिन्होंने रजिस्टर कराया उनको परेशानी नहीं आई, जिन 5 को परेशानी आई वो ट्विटर पे हैं।
A slight deviation. We saw yesterday the state of Punjab has also gone ahead and announced farm loan waivers. How do you see that trend? You said that states will have to
I have already answered the question. I have not.
Sir, but as far as state finances are concerned, it's quite a concern as far as...
I have already answered the question. I won't answer the question in every press briefing.
Sir, is Center also looking at some...
So one more quick question here. So when this issue of GST came up, there was a lot of widespread belief that possibly it would be a better call for the council to defer the rollout date. But the council has stuck to its guns and it's happening as per schedule. What was the rationale for that, sir? We understand the big industry was already prepared, but the smaller taxpayers were the ones who wanted more time.
देखिए, जब आप रिफॉर्म करने जाते हैं ना, तो when you go in for reforms, the first principle is you should never blink. Because if you blink, then you get derailed.
Sir, do you have some concerns particularly about the small and medium enterprises, many of which are saying that they are not ready?
You see, we have for the last 6 months been saying that the date is 1st July. Nobody had any business not to be ready. Even when we have finally announced that it is 1st of July, the readiness will be determined when you have to file your first return, which is 10th August. That also we have extended it to 15th September. So 2.5 months are available for him to get ready. And if he's still not ready, I'm afraid then he doesn't want to be ready.
Sir, is Center also looking at some kind of a nationwide farm tax waiver?
नहीं, हमारे पास ऐसा कोई नहीं. हमारे पे ऊपर FRBM टारगेट भी और हमारा जो फिस्कल डेफिसिट टारगेट भी है, we intend adhering to it.
Sir, there was a report which said that government may defer Basel III norms for banks. Sir, if this happens, how will this...
I won't react to any reports till we consider it.
You ask questions.
So the Home Ministry has not yet given security clearance to GST, and so can we go ahead, can GST go ahead and...
देखिए, it's already functioning. These are all procedural matters. They go on. That doesn't defer the... That won't decide the fate of the Constitution Amendment.
Any question on GST, please?
सर, GST पर ही सवाल है. जैसे कि पहले ये कहा जा चुका है कि GST का इन्फ्लेशन पे भी सकारात्मक इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा. पहले से इन्फ्लेशन काफी कम है. लॉन्ग टर्म में क्या देखते हैं कितना? और
देखिए, इसलिए अगर आप पूरे टैक्सेस देख लें